1 Timothy 5:17. Let the elders who rule well be counted double honor, especially if they're into the word and sound doctrine, right? Now, kind of paraphrase that, but it's 1 Timothy 5:17. So with that being said, I'm trying to figure out like why so many phase 1 people. Like I said, this is a phase 2 page, so it's like there's people commenting saying that I'm honoring man over God, right? There's people commenting on some of my videos saying that because I highlighted Pastor Apostle Geno Jennings, because I highlighted Pastor Dow and et cetera, they're saying I'm coming off as that I'm worshiping man over God. Well, first of all, 1 Timothy, I think it's 5 and 7. I think it's 5:17 or 1:17. But anyways, how do y'all get that vibe? If I told y'all I'm not a teacher, right? If I told y'all I'm not a teacher, then I'm going to direct you to people who are teachers. If I'm on here talking about the word, right? Because you don't need to be we're all teachers, right? We're all teachers. And by teacher, I mean a pastor or anything. Now, that doesn't mean I haven't watched enough people and don't have enough knowledge of the word where I can't imitate the things that I've seen where I can give a word. And sometimes I've ministered before, so I can kind of see some similarities. But I don't really feel the Most High pulling me in the direction of becoming a preacher or a teacher. So what am I going to do? If I'm going to come on here and talk about the word, I'm going to direct you to teachers. I'm going to direct you to teachers. Because I don't consider myself a teacher. So if I'm going to sit on here and talk about sound doctrine, I'm going to reference my source. Well, my source is the word, right? But I'm getting it from a teacher. I will give you pastors that will fill you with knowledge and understanding. Yes, I've learned a lot from reading the word. From reading the word on my own, I've gained my own level of discernment. And from gaining my own level of discernment, I'm able to then listen to a Pastor Dow and read his spirit and tell that he's a sincere man, right? And if he's sincere and he's sincerely teaching me the word, my discernment shall then grow. And then I'll be able to look at other teachers or whatever and be able to pick out the meat from the bones. And maybe, and I've grown to the point where sometimes I'll even look at some of the things that Pastor Dow said, or even Geno Jennings or whoever, because I'm my own man at the end of the day. I don't have to agree with none of them 100%. I'm not in the cult. They don't own me. But I feel like in my heart that we are aligned enough there we can walk together. And that's what y'all, I don't know, a lot of people don't understand that. Where we are, I could walk with a Pastor Geno Jennings, even though I know he probably doesn't believe in the Hebrew or the Hebrew Israelite doctrine that's coming out of the black community right now. I do. What's the difference between me and Geno Jennings? Nothing. I would say that the difference between me and Geno Jennings is that I go out of my way to follow the law. I'm highly convicted when I don't follow the law. I'm aware that we're in captivity and there's certain things that we can't do. Some things I think were really cultural during that time period. And I think that the key word, I think, that doesn't mean it's true. When I say I think, that just typically means that I don't really have enough confidence to stand on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, some things I have confidence and a complete understanding where I'm so convicted I'll die for it. And some things that I feel like I have some understanding where I can explain it to somebody. But even if I was to explain it for them, it was like, I'll say, well, the way that I'm seeing it, right? Versus, well, this is what it is. Well, the way that I'm seeing it, and I'll explain it to them. I want to follow the law. I don't believe the law is done away with. But what's that even mean? For comparing me to someone like a Geno Jennings, right? We probably going to treat you the same way. Because it's written on his heart anyways. We're going to act and conduct the same way. even though he might not believe in the laws or whatever, he might, as long as he follows enough of them, as long as they're written on his heart where we can still walk together. If you start engaging in abominations and stuff and becoming a cursed thing, then I can't be near you, because you're invoking the wrath of the Lord, and I don't want to become a casualty. I don't want to be him getting you and then end up getting me, caught in the wrong place at the wrong time. The Most High, that's why you gotta be careful, because the Most High sent a spirit on somebody, and they might get shot they might get robbed, shot, whatever, because that hedge of protection has been removed. So now they're open to spirits and stuff, and now the Most High is seeking vengeance on them, and he's like, look, now is the day and time. You either get out the way, Brandon, or don't. And then all of a sudden, next thing you know, you getting robbed with them, and you really just a casualty, you know what I'm saying, a innocent bystander in the wrath of the Lord. That's why the prophets told the people that had ears to hear to flee, flee to the mountains or whatever, because the Most High is trying to save you from his wrath. He's trying to save a remnant from his wrath. But I'm going, regardless of what y'all say or how y'all feel, y'all gonna have to drop scripture on this, because as long as I got discernment, I'm going to honor my brothers, especially if they're in the word. Like, if let's just say, for argument's sake, right, that I was honoring, let's just stick with Geno Jennings, right? Let's just say I was honoring Geno Jennings more than the Most High. Hypothetically speaking. I don't, but I'm going to entertain your train of thought, right? If I glorified Geno Jennings more than the Most High, and I was like, yo, you need to go check this guy out, blah, 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 blah. Well, the type of teacher that Geno Jennings is, he going to direct you to the Most High. It's kind of like, if I told you, if back 2,000 years ago when Christ walked the earth, right? And I told you that Jesus was God, and God was walking the earth and all this, and I praised and worshiped Jesus, right? And you heard it from me, and you went over there and you went and confronted Christ, and you worshiped him like God, and because you took my word for it and whatever, and started praising God, Christ would say, don't thank me, thank my Father. So it's like, even if, because of who Geno Jennings is, because of who Pastor Dow is, or whoever I direct you to from this page, because of who they are, they're going to say, nah, don't give me no glory. These are the types of men that will take no glory, and they're going to redirect everything they've done, and everything that you heard from me, they're going to be like, nah, that's wrong, to the Most High. I'm not directing people to T.D. Jakes. And I haven't done a judgment on him, because I know all about him, but why? You know about him? This is phase 2. Let's not be stupid here. I also told y'all, which I've been getting around to comment some of the people that y'all listen to. Comment, even on this video. Any video. Say, great video, Art. Hey, you should check out this person. A lot of people I've checked out recently have been because of people in the comments, and I've been listening to them, and they're great teachers. I don't agree with everything they say, but I can, you know what I'm saying, I can separate the meat from the bones. That's why I can listen to the camps. Regardless of, even if they're cussing out white people, and I don't agree with their method, or let's just say I didn't agree white people were Esau, say I didn't agree with their method or whatever, say I didn't like none of the camps. Which at the end of the day, I disagree, or I agree with some of the things and stuff, but at the end of the day, I claim them. I claim every single last Hebrew Israelite on the street corner, cussing out everyone. I don't agree with that, but I'm not going to deny my brothers. I'm not going to not stand with my brothers, even if they're wrong. I will correct them in private, but in public, I'm going to stand with them. Period. I'm going to stand with the camps. Yes, I will edify them. Yes, I'll call out things I don't agree with, but I'm not going to disown the camps. Period. Period. I love all my people. All of them. I'm not going to disown. I know about them. Yoel, Zabak, AOC. I know all that. I know all the camps. I've watched them. I'm not going to disown them. But I'm not going to honor any person more than the Most High. That's crazy. How are y'all getting that? How are y'all getting that? They're good, righteous men that actually, they're just not, because that scripture, I think it's 1 Timothy 5:17, maybe 1:17. I can't remember. But it says, especially if they're in the word and sound doctrine. So it doesn't say if they're in the word. It says especially. So even if you're not in the word and the doctrine based on that scripture, if you're in a leadership position and you lead righteously, you're still worthy of being honored. And just because you honor somebody, don't mean you worshiping them more than the Most High. My little cousin just won, was it states, regionals, in the spelling bee. My hands dirty. I did construction today. I got rained out, all the wood on the windows. I got off early. But he won a spelling bee and got a trophy, and we honored him. Like, yo, the little dude, my little cousin's like, what, 11? He's winning the 5th grade elementary school. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like 10, 11, however old, he's 5th grade, right? 5th grade spelling bee, making it to the national level. And I'm supposed to be like, oh, good job. Don't want to celebrate you because I don't want to offend the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's outrageous. That's outrageous, guys. But like I said, this is a phase 2 page. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of the stuff, you can't prevent how people take it. But I mean, if that's how you feel, or if that's how you feel sincerely, then I will apologize for coming off that way. But I'm not going to apologize for honoring really righteous men that I look up to. Men that, and just because I look up to somebody that's an elder, that I consider a mentor. I've never met Pastor Dow or Geno Jennings ever in my life, but I consider them mentors. They come on here and they teach, and they don't have to do that. And they've helped me grow closer to the Most High. So I'm very appreciative for what they've done. And I'm going to always have their back and appreciate the things that they've done for me. Like, I just don't get it, guys. Like, why y'all so over righteous and you're going to end up destroying yourself? Like, you don't want to celebrate your son or daughter's birthday because you're trying to be super righteous? It's just a birthday. It's not a tradition or anything like that. It's just a birthday. It's not, you're just honoring the day that they were born, the day that the Most High gave them to you. Why can't you do it that way? Why do you have to look at it? Oh, dang, I turned the air on because it kind of got smoky in here, guys. But, like, why can't you just look at it that way? Like, y'all so over-righteous. And fine, it's a time and place for over-righteousness. Like, y'all so worried about getting people in fringes when they on the streets doing dope and stuff. When they need a job, when they need to work. They got stressed. They worried about taking care of their kids and their family. That's why, Nehemiah, we need to come together and build the wall and teach the law. That's the first thing we need to do. Regardless, we need to build the wall and teach the law. Like in Nehemiah. That's the first. Build the wall. What's a wall for? A wall puts you on this side and us on that side. Separation, desegregating. We need to segregate and separate from those who aren't with us. And then we need to rehearse the law so people know it. Let me tell you something. Anyone who sincerely follows the Most High, they're going to grow and grow in faith. And yeah, in some cases, they may need living examples because God gives people different understandings. So, I mean, I'm pretty sure if you took all the true believers of God and people started wearing fringes, it would become a trend. And people would just wear fringes to fit in because everybody in Israel, new Israel, I'm going to call it new Israel. Everyone in New Israel will be wearing fringes. Every woman in New Israel will be wearing a dress if that's something that you're really into, because it'll be peer pressure. No one will eat pork because, first of all, won't be no pork in New Israel. So you won't even be tempted or having peer pressure to even eat pork. You'll be born protected from certain sins, because in New Israel there won't be no pork. If you want, women could wear the dresses. I'll wear the fringes. I'll cut my hair off if that's something that's a problem for you, Ak. You know what I'm saying? If am I your enemy because my hair is long and you think it's a sign of femininity? Even though I'm like 230 pounds, bearded, wide ass shoulders, excuse my language. Like, if it's that serious, I'll cut my hair. It's not a conviction for me. I'll put your fringes on. I'll walk around with a Bible if it gets our people from being destroyed. But y'all don't know how to build a nation. All people know how to do is read the word and become a bunch of Pharisees. Because like I said, you can talk to someone using nothing but the Bible. But I can talk to you like I'm talking to you now. I know if you know the entire Bible, you can still talk to me and say, well, the Most High doesn't really like that, blah, 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 blah. And talk to me like a regular person. And if I don't agree with you, I have discernment. I know, look, the word, if you burn every Bible, if you burn every scripture, the word will still exist. It'll still be on our heart. So we still talk out the Bible. We can still talk about the Bible. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand the confusion. More neighbors dropping by. I don't understand, guys. I mean, I'm not upset about it. It's kind of confusing. Like, wow. You thought I was worshiping a man? Oh, camera's a little sideways. Looked like I was leaning to the side this whole video, guys. I'm sorry. I got my phone on my steering wheel. That's why I can kind of get a little lean on it. I really don't know where to put it, where it would be like, normally I put it in like this middle piece and probably put a book behind it. That way it's more over this angle. But I just have it right in front of me, right on my steering wheel. I had to. But I mean, unless you show me a clear as day scripture that tells me I shouldn't celebrate and honor righteous men that follow the Most High, like, think about what I just said. I'm honoring righteous men that celebrate and worship the Most High. And you think I'm worshiping them more than the Most High. And these men, I'm showing love to these men for their service and love for the Most High. But I'm apparently worshiping them more than the Most High. Like, there's the internet, though. You can't win for losing on here, guys. Like, that's why I said, like, a lot of y'all that watch this, my page is still small. Y'all should start YouTube pages. We all should just grow our YouTube pages together so we can bear this madness and just bear witness to it all together as one. I mean, I don't but no, I mean, I love you guys. I love all of y'all. But, like, this is a phase 2. Don't come on here unless you're talking about building. Trying to call me out for, you don't even know me. Like, I mean, you can call me out. Like, I'm really on here to be edified. But another side is I do want to set it up. I know ministers and a lot of great leaders in my community. And I just want to make this, like, eventually I want to just change this whole dynamic from outside, from in my car or in my backyard on the bench, to something more conservative where I'm actually inside, sitting at a table and a desk and having an actual debate with a microphone and everything. Like, I actually want to become more legitimized with that. And so I haven't started working on that yet, guys, to be honest with you. I'm not going to get you amped up for nothing. But it is something that's on my mind and been convicting me. And that's something that I do plan on doing soon. But I haven't started working on it yet. So I'm thinking, if I had to put a date on it, I would like to have an interview with somebody in the next month or so, and I kind of have somebody on my mind. They're very wise, but you know, I just wanted to address that. Like, I don't. The Most High is number one for me. I mean, come on, like, what kind of madness is this? I show love and say, hey, go listen to Gino, go listen to Pastor Dow, go listen to Anita. Like, one of the I guess I would say pastors, but maybe she is a pastor. I don't really know how to feel about women pastors because I see why they shouldn't be pastors, but I'm gonna be real with y'all, man. You know what? I'm gonna make another video about women pastors, about how I feel about that. So if you are left on a cliffhanger on this, just search on my page women pastors. That's probably the part 2 to this video. So I love you guys. Shalom. Have a blessed day. It's raining out here. It looks like it just stopped. A little drizzle. Nothing too spectacular. Oh, did I do a product placement? Pure Leaf not gonna pay me. Y'all ain't see that. Pure Leaf ain't gonna give me no check. But this is just me. It was like Pure Leaf, like the only tea that kind of like dries out the my mouth, like the back of my mouth. Like Pure Leaf, like kind of gives you like some type of cotton mouth. I don't know how to explain it, but it's good tea. It's like my favorite, but it's like a it's like a cotton mouth, type of cotton mouth that comes with drinking this tea. It's weird, like it's a drink and it's giving you cotton mouth. And I talked to a few people about that, and I'm not the only one. And so I just want to know what's going on with y'all. So again, I guess I'll talk about female pastors. Hopefully I'll just talk about it now and upload the video later. But love you guys. Shalom.